You're watching First Take, presented by Chase Inc.
A New Jersey judge has dismissed domestic violence charges against Ray Rice after he completed his pre-trial intervention program. Rice was required to attend the program for a minimum of 1 year, with the charge set to be dismissed upon his successful completion of the program. With his NFL suspension overturned, Rice is available to any team willing to give him a second chance. Our John Clayton wrote that there are several teams that could be interested in putting him on the roster, and these are the ones that make sense: Dallas Cowboys, Cleveland Browns, Oakland Raiders, New England Patriots, and the Indianapolis Colts. Herm still hanging out with us. So, where do you see Ray Rice?
I think the perfect fit would be the Dallas Cowboys, to be quite honest, for Ray Rice. I think he brings something that they need. He needs a guy that obviously can come out of the backfield and catch football. When you think about what has happened, they went out and got Derek McFadden. He's been injury-prone, carried the ball 82 times last year. Think about Dallas Cowboys. They ran the ball last year 507 times.
Wait, I have a question for you, though. Do you see him as a starter?
No.
He's going to be a backup, right?
Yeah, he's going to have a role. I mean, this is why I got to the number. The Dallas Cowboys ran the ball 507 times. Okay, McFadden ran it 300, Murray, ran it 392 times. So they want to run the football. McFadden can't do that. He can't carry it 300 times, almost 400 times. No back's going to be able to do that. They need a dual backfield. Okay. He would help them, especially on third down, situation football. He can still catch the football. He has something to prove. I've talked to Ray. Really? Yes. And it's not even about the money for him. It's really about he doesn't want to end his career the way it ended. Okay. He would like to have a second chance. And hopefully someone will give him that. And when I spoke to him earlier, I told him before the draft, look, this is how it's going to work out for you probably. You're going to draft guys, no one's going to get involved in you. You're going to have OTAs, no one's going to talk to you after the OTAs, and people start looking at their football team and figuring out who's who. Or the holes. All of a sudden, you're going to be a guy that's name's going to pop up. So you better be ready, because you're going to get another chance. Where that is, I don't know. You're a coach of the Dallas Cowboys, figuratively speaking. You give him another chance? I would. I'd look at him. I mean, look at the guys that are bringing in, working out. I mean, this is a guy you need to bring in. I know his last year there, wasn't very good, but their offensive line wasn't very good. And he was hurt. The conversation I had with him, he said, Coach, I was hurt. He said, I wasn't well. The offensive line was in flux. So all these things play into it. He's still a young player. He's only 28 years old. It's not like he's an old back. So he's had a year off. Hopefully someone gives him a shot. And I think Dallas would be a good place for him, because their offensive line and what they do, their system would fit what he can do. Stephen A., where do you see a Ray Rice with any of these 5 teams?
I don't know if any of the 5 teams will pick him up. Obviously, Dallas is a name that comes to mind. The Cleveland Browns, who's in the AFC North, is names that come to mind. But to be quite honest with you, I think the best situation for him would be the Baltimore Ravens, right where he's been. Not in Dallas, particularly when you've got Greg Hardy there now. You don't want both of them on the same team in light of the negative attention they are responsible for bringing to the NFL in the last year. There's no way around that. And, Coach, forgive me, let's just talk about the bigger issue here. And I appreciate you letting us know that you've spoken to him. We have to, at some point in time, address the big elephant in the room. And the big elephant in the room is whether or not somebody deserves a second chance. Ray Rice did what he did. It was reprehensible. Yes. It was egregious, and it was criminal. He had to go through the legal system, and whatever conclusion the legal system put him through, or he put himself through, he's endured that. The NFL, he was gone from the NFL the entire season last year. Now we have to ask ourselves as a society, if somebody is not in jail, then they're out here in our society. And what are we going to do about that? He went through the legal system. He paid his penance. He suffered the consequences, deservedly so, I might add. Yes. Now you have to ask yourself, am I supposed to look at a 28-year-old who, by the way, is now married with a child to the woman he assaulted, okay? Am I supposed to look at him and say, he never deserves a second chance, or he does? That's the decision that we have to make. And my attitude is, if you've gone through the legal system and you paid whatever penance they say that you were supposed to pay, now it's time for a second chance. That's my position. Others who may not feel that way, what I would ask them is, well, then what are you proposing that we do with him? Because if he's unemployed, I got news for folks in our society. Folks who are unemployed and are not gainfully employed, their problems end up being our problems.
Well said, and when we know when young people get incarcerated and they've done their time, obviously they got out in the working world, they need the job.
Of course they need
okay, so, I mean, this man has done what he's done.
His wife's forgiven him. He's moved on.
And we've all gone through it. He became the face of domestic violence.
He did.
He became the face of it, okay? We get that. And it was ugly. It wasn't good.
Right.
But now he's done everything he has to do. And he's been forthright with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And correct me if I'm wrong, he's used this as a teachable moment. He is speaking out. He's doing what he's
done everything he can do.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Okay. Skip, your take.
I don't love your idea of Dallas Cowboys.
Why?
Stephen A. did make a good point about this. Once you have a Greg Hardy, it's difficult to bring into the fold a Ray Rice, no matter whether he's paid his dues, paid his penance.
Sure.
No
it's
matter
too much attention.
It's just so much that you have other controversial players, one that you have also helped, Randy Gregory, for different issues. And you have Lyle Collins for a whole different
issue. And Dez Bryant.
And Dez Bryant, for that matter.
Yeah.
You do. Okay.
And it's worked out well for all of them thus far.
Jerry's good at this, but I don't know how many you can add on top of it, and I just don't know if you could add Ray Rice on top of Greg Hardy. It might not be the look that I think maybe even the commissioner would give Jerry a call and say, I just don't know if this is a great look for us, for you to have both those players on one team. That's just me. Now, let's keep it on the football field.
Yes.
I'm not convinced it was just because he was hurt 2 years ago.
Okay.
His production fell all the way down to 3.1 yards per carry. Now, if he's coming off the 2011 year, now we're having to go back 4 years, when he led the National Football League in total yards from scrimmage, both running and catching it. He had 1364 running it and 704 catching it. That's big time, man. Well, you know this league as well as I do. That somebody would be saying, hey, I don't care what, you know, I'll take the hits image-wise if there are those to be taken.
Talent
he can play. Yeah. He can still play. I'm not sure he can still play. Now, should he get a chance to prove on the field that he can play?
That's all he wants is a chance.
Okay, all right.
It's not a guaranteed contract. If he's no good, you cut him.
Right.
Cut him in the preseason. Say, you know what, you can't do it anymore.
Okay, so he would be in a cast of thousands now that they have at running backs at Dallas if they brought him in, because now they're trying out Ben Tate and Felix Jazz return, you know.
That's okay.
He's 28 years of age. Yeah, go ahead.
Skip Bayless, Coach Herm Edwards, how much does psychology play into the success or failure of a football player?
In my opinion, a lot.
Yes.
And anybody's.
What about you, Skip?
Hugely.
If that's the case, then why have him go anywhere other than Baltimore? You have people in Baltimore who were supportive of him before everything came down and after. You have a system and a coach he's familiar with. And he would be in a position where he knows the system. All he has to do to perform, even though Justin Forsett is there, and I don't think he's taking Justin Forsett's job, the bottom line is that it's an ideal situation for him if he does one other thing, Coach. He needs to apologize to Bisciotti, the owner, because he tried to help you. You threw him out there.
Wasn't that bridge not burned to the ground, set on fire?
No, not if he apologizes. Not if he apologizes with what he endured. Mistakes happen, and Ray Rice made a bunch of them. He owes that owner an apology. If he apologized to that man, I think the owner would be receptive.
You want to make a point before I let Coach get out of here?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
We're good. Quickly, though, before you go, you said you've spoken to him. You've been around him. Mentally, how's he doing?
He's okay. He just wants another opportunity. He doesn't want to end his career the way it ended. He'd like to have another chance. And as I said, hey, he doesn't want a guarantee.
Yeah.
He just wants to get into a camp. He wants to prove himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he wants.
Well,
hopefully he'll get that.
Yeah. Hopefully he will. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine. Good to see my man Stephen A. at a game. I'm here tonight. That'd be good.
Yes, sir.
Well,
in
Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
It's a legitimate game, apparently, because he's there.
He's with the best player in basketball.
Who was that?
That guy that,
no, Steph Curry's on the West
Coast.
No, he's good, too, but that other guy, he's really good. That LeBron James fella.
That guy?
He's pretty good.
That guy's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
Can the Rockets rebound? Who wins over the weekend? More on the other side of the break. Who are you picking? Rockets or Steph? You said
the Warriors are going to win it all.
All?
Are we kidding?
Okay.
Yeah, they're the champs.
All righty.
We'll give it to them. West Coast team.
Yeah.